to its workout videos. Maybe I don't see the vision with hiring this guy as the new president.
I do believe this guy will be stroking the chicken, because look at this guy. This guy's hairline is eviscerated. I'm not the type of person to get on people's looks, but this nigga hideous.
MrBeast straight up gag affiliated at this point.
I still rock with you, MrBeast, and knowing well, I will. My nigga. That's definitely gonna get me in the next video.
I understand if he had one vendor in his company. We all got that one weird homie.
What do you mean it's okay to have one vendor in your group? You know that one track? Somebody call 911. It seems to me that MrBeast keeps on getting exposed. And it seems to me that you guys also found a new money method. Cause bro, the amount of videos I see people trying to milk the situation to feed their kids, it's almost as bad as black niggas doing 20v1s. The MrBeast situation is a new 20v1. Cause this shit really hit the scene worse than crack in the 80s. Today we're watching a video about MrBeast situation keeps getting worse.
Huge MrBeast drama, boys. Dogpack 404 is back, and this time with a school art project collage exposing MrBeast from the top. Hands down, crippling the Beast organization like Fight Club.
Okay, so this video is going to focus around one instance of SA. I wanted to put all the SA allegations into one video.
For a second, I thought he was Mexican. SA? Like, hola, SA. Jokes aside, this is a serious video and not a good look.
I don't know too much about the MrBeast situation. I know this person right here is an absolute weirdo freak. That person is a weirdo. Either I'm just misinformed or I just gotta educate myself more on the matters. I still think MrBeast is a cool ass nigga. He's invited to the cookout.
Everything in this video is allegedly. This video is not monetized. It's for educational purposes only.
Bro called Saul before the video. His exits are clear. He ain't getting sued.
MrBeast's secret CEO, James Warren, and his involvement in SA cover-ups, like the one including his best friend, LaKoya Hill, who also happens to be MrBeast's secret chief operating officer, or was. And then I want to touch on the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson.
Whoa, not even a minute in, and we got new challengers approaching, except instead of Super Smash Bros, they're Super Smashing.
Yo, these guys should be on lock.
Consent, allegedly.
These guys should be locked, I mean.
We're not even aware of what's being swept under the rug. And
I understand if he had one vendor in his company. We all got that one weird homie, don't get me wrong, but multiple? That is insane.
What is bro talking about? First of all, I thought CSGO was the only game you could surf in, but you're doing it with Valorant characters too, so already you're just a weird modding type of guy. Second of all, what do you mean it's okay to have one vendor in your group? You know that one track? Somebody call 911. Anyone who's doing anything weird to any females or people, get away from me. You just expose yourself. You're probably the next EDP 445.
After I called out James Warren by name in my last video, his Instagram and Facebook got taken down, and his LinkedIn got taken down.
I don't know about y'all, but that face looked like he up to no good.
There's allegedly
that guy likes Burger
domestic
King.
violence charges that were filed against him, and I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess.
Just like every other guy, I like Dogpack, but I feel like you gotta get the right one. This is kind of a serious allegation to levy here. You might get the wrong guy. That's a big oopsie, you know what I mean?
It turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren.
You know what? Scratch the Warren. I've never met a dude I can trust named James.
James Warren, also allegedly an ex-drug.
Yo, if your name is James, stay away from my frame or my girl. You know James from Big Time Rush? Make it count, play it straight, don't look back, don't hesitate. To this day, I wouldn't trust you with my wife. Please, leave me alone, bro. You see me win it? Just let me win.
He offered cocaine and hookers to editors to stay late.
Hold up, this dude just like me for real, but on the real note, focus on the important stuff, the SA. I don't care what he does on his free time, even if it's hookers and blow.
Bunch of hookers and coke.
At this rate, you're making him sound like a good boss. Imagine working an overtime shift, your boss shows up, he's like, want an 8-ball?
And then the really big thing is that there was some incident between him and a female colleague that resulted in the female colleague leaving the company and receiving 3 years in severance pay.
A woman getting severance pay for 3 years? It gotta be sus.
I'm still actively looking into this incident, so if you have information, let me know. But I've heard from multiple credible sources that this is true and this did happen.
So far, the only evidence we have is hearsay. I'm gonna need a little bit more complete evidence.
Yeah, this is a whole hoobla. What's the word on this?
But, you know, weird stuff, nevertheless.
Running a real estate Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
So before working at MrBeast, James Warren was involved in a literal fraud.
MrBeast straight up gag affiliated at this point. He got mob ties.
I mean, he got the money for it. Yo, if MrBeast was a bad person, we would be cooked. It seems to me after this whole situation came out and came to light, it seems like MrBeast's whole empire that he built is folding like paper mache. And honestly, it hurts my heart because this nigga did a lot of good for the world and he's still doing good for the world. I feel like a lot of people just don't want to see him win. And a lot of times, not even what the person does is what the person person around him does. And you can also apply this to the Kai Cenat situation with him and his camera guy. I still rock with you, Mr. Beast. If no one will, I will. My nigga. That's definitely gonna get me in the next video. Yes.
Goes over Mr. Warren's history surrounding fraud and stuff, reading through court documents, but personally, I don't think this is really that important, and the next guy is crazier.
LaQuia Hill was running an adult entertainment event business in San Francisco called LaQuia Hill Entertainment.
The underwear says pump.
In 2019, he was hired to MrBeast as a producer.
Yeah, it is free.
Maybe a bit peculiar, odd if you will, to hire an adult entertainer into a kid's company selling chocolate bars, but, you know, I digress.
MrBeast hired Johnny Sins as the janitor, I guess. That's not the real issue, though. The issue is that in late 2021, he was allegedly fired for sexually assaulting his assistant. Now, I put fired in quotation marks because he was actually quietly moved to the dubbing company, which was Unilingo at the time. Here is
Allegedly. If this is true, this is absolutely disgusting.
Email, links back to him, links to these photos, one of which was the profile picture for his YouTube channel.
So he's straight up alleging MrBeast of a cover-up here because they be moving this guy left, right, and center.
You see, when it's anything near SA or grape, I am not on your side no more. And to be fair, this is all allegedly, so I don't know if this is true or not, but if the small chance that it is true, I don't give a damn what you did in the world.
Okay, few things. LaQuia sexually assaulted his assistant, who was straight, and LaQuia was gay. You probably already know that, but James is best friends with him, so holy shit, was that surprising that they kept him around way longer than they should have.
So you're telling me this gay black guy, his best friend's named James, and he pulled a James Charles. Now that is truly poetic.
There were reports of him making the assistant sleep in the same room / bed with him on trips, touching him inappropriately, and dangling his job in front of him.
This guy's allegedly unhinged as hell, and MrBeast got him as the COO.
And promoted to Chief Financial Officer, which is how I personally was introduced to him. Here's some evidence from the internal Slack channel at MrBeast showing LaQuia Hill acting in some COO capacity.
Why his name sound like a seltzer brand? Why his name sound like a landmark near Bohemian?
This guy needs to stop making some obscure references. You are not moist critical.
These are mags.
And even if it is true, isn't this kind of interesting how MrBeast covered all this up for this long? Especially how big he is. He looks so cookie cutter, clean guy, doing great in the world, and he has a bunch of weird ass people in the background, knowing that they did a lot of weird stuff in the past or currently doing it, and he just put a big weighted blanket over it, just covering it for the whole world. Because if that's true, that's honestly kind of impressive. Because how the hell did you do that for that long?
Also, MrBeast, I understand, Lil Nas X, black gay guy, perfect DEI hire, but seriously, bro, your company got a DIE if you keep doing this kind of stuff. He an alleged sex offender, and you pretty much cover it for him.
I asked them, did you see or hear of any sexual misconduct at the company?
MrBeast?
They say yes. LaQuia Hill, the current COO. In 2021, he had an assistant named victim's name. I heard LaQuia acted very inappropriately with victim, booking hotel rooms with only one bed, walking around in his underwear.
Dogpack then uncovered a testimony that talked about how the workplace culture around MrBeast was very weird, very macho, very Blizzard 2.0 type-esque.
A female's perspective. She says, on my very first day, I was told to avoid being alone in a room with certain people in positions of power. At least once a week, I was subjugated to inappropriate questions and conversations. Once, a male coworker asked me what I would do if Jimmy assaulted or harassed me.
Just release Overwatch 3 at this point. You're basically Blizzard. While this might not directly look bad for MrBeast, some of you might not understand, it's the people he keeps around himself and what kind of culture he cultivates. It's his company at the end of the day. At this point, how many coincidences do you need to make a pattern? And the more testimonies come out, the less good it looks for Mr. Breast.
So whoever this person is asking the most grotesque, putrid, vile-ass questions to this girl, your ass need to get crucified. I'll personally get some rocks and I'll throw it straight at your dome. If my ass got hired to work for MrBeast, I'm working hard to make this opportunity last long. The information I'm seeing right now is absolutely damning, and I really hope this is not true, MrBeast, because bro, you do a lot of good, but if this is remotely true, you are a piece of shit as well.
Can't take anything to HR either because Jimmy's mom runs it.
You can't just fill your HR department with people on your side.
Talk
about conflict of interest. Well, Jimmy would never say anybody.
If you ask for one or what the company's policies are, they just tell you to ask them and they'll let you know if anything is against the rules, but again, there's nothing in writing.
With a company handling hundreds of employees and millions of dollars, you'd think
this guy got the
Then they hired, I guess, Harvey Weinstein's legal team allegedly.
You should have went with O.J. Simpson, Mr. Beast. Rookie mistake, El Bozo.
To re-review everything. So I guess they weren't happy with the results of the first internal investigation.
I just find it weird how you could even have an internal investigation here. Like, it just makes no sense. Just like Dr. Disrespect, they're gonna find no wrongdoing every time, no? I'm not saying they're doing anything, but when have you ever seen an internal investigation look bad for the people running the investigation? Practically never. And then Mr. Beast hired this guy, Jeff Hosenbold, as a president for his company, and yeah, let's just leave it at that.
The internet space is very slimy. Whether you cloud chase or you built it from the ground up, you're gonna value what you got way more than people who are burning you. Think, break it down. It's all survival. If it's me against you, I'm choosing me 10 times out of 10. So I feel like what Mr. Beast has is very, very big. I feel like he would cut people off no matter what they did. You're hurting what he got, and you're hurting what he built.
But what's ironic about this is that Jeff Hosenbold has been in the news previously for the internal culture that he helped create as managing partner at the SoftBank Vision Fund.
You know, someone described with macho culture and maybe per se a culture of recklessness ain't the best guy to hire, but that's just me.
In a discussion about whether to invest in the stationary bike startup Peloton in 2017, according to two people who were in the meeting, Hosenbold opined that its exercise equipment appealed in part to men who masturbated to its workout videos.
Dude, I want to jerk off!
You know, cheeky guy to say the least.
So yeah, maybe I don't see the vision with hiring this guy as the new president.
I do believe this guy will be stroking the chicken, because look at this guy. This guy's hairline is eviscerated. That's just an upside down you. I'm not the type of person to get on people's looks, because I feel like God created you as beautiful as you are. God created you different ways, and you just gotta own that. But this nigga hideous. Naturally, if I looked at you, I do believe why the 97% exists.
The executives are weird. The co-workers are weird. Even the president is weird. Who's next? The interns? The janitor? Christ.
Also trying to save some things for when Mr. Beast responds. So anyway, yeah.
And he ends the video with a paid actor raccoon. I know what you're doing, buddy. I'm onto you.
He dropped a nuclear bomb of receipts and he says, that's not even all I got. I'm gonna wait till the last nigga responds. This nigga's testing your gangster. And my final thoughts on this, Mr. Beast, please, bro, get me in the video. Listen, I rock with you. But if there's anything remotely true, then your ass can go to Alcatraz and die with the zombies and you could leave in the past. This shit is actually repulsing and it's disgusting. I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments and I'll definitely be reading them. But if you messed with the video, please social love to the K. I'm gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna keep it going. I do be live at Twitch and I also got a Discord. Follow my socials, message me, all the